All right. Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining our information session tonight around the Arizona ESA. My name is Tasha Renfro. I'm the Chief Operations Officer for On Track School. Joining me tonight is Miss Tracy Arico. She is our school choice coordinator. Miss Erica Jones is our enrollment team lead for On Track School, and Miss Teresa Ferry is our accounts receiving specialist. So she deals with all of our tuition and can support you with invoices and questions around tuition. So on the screen, you should see our presentation, and we'll go ahead and get started. For those of you that don't know about On Track School, here on the screen is just a little story and background about how we got started. Our director and founder, Miss Andrea Lieb, started this a little over 20 years ago, and here, which brings us to today, and an amazing team and a group of students of over 500 students to date. Our mission and vision is pretty simple. We believe in pursuing an education is possible while chasing your dreams. Our core values are family, passion, respect, integrity, and fun. And our beliefs are listed there below as well. What sets us apart is we have a live orientation session for our students and families when onboarding to On Track, paired with interactive assignments through the different platforms that we use. Live learning sessions, which are live instruction sessions scheduled for each subject that your student will take with us. A diagnostic for beginning of the year, middle of the year, and end of year progress growth. So we do that to measure your growth for your students. Power Traits is an amazing program that we use to really understand how your student learns best. We are accredited by Cognia. We have different pathway options. We have an asynchronous pathway option, a standard pathway option, as well as advanced pathway where you can earn dual enrollment credits and take honors courses, etc. We have in-house scholarships, and then we also have these partnered scholarships through School Choice, and we support personal growth through the different programs that we have in addition to our educational programs. And then we have personalized support where your students, your engagement coaches, the entire staff is here to support your student along the way. We have different opportunities for connecting. We do a homecoming dance at the Mini O's race, which is an amateur national motocross race in Alachua, Florida. We have a prom at Loretta Lynn's mansion in Tennessee. Our graduation ceremony is at the Loretta Lynn's campground pavilion. We also oversee a scholarship race where motocross athletes can earn scholarship funds towards education. And then we have other student events. So at different races, different events, we try to get our students together and have connective activities, group pictures, scavenger hunts, etc. And then obviously we have different ways to connect besides that. So yearbook, we have different clubs, virtual hangouts, virtual field trips, and social media you can follow us on. In-house scholarship opportunities, we post on our website. So those will typically open somewhere early to mid-February. Apprentice program is an external program that, again, you can learn more about on our website, and then an ambassador program for currently enrolled students. So here's now we're gonna, get into the kind of nitty gritty of why we're here, and I'll turn it over to Miss Tracy to cover the school choice information.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Tasha. Thank you to everyone who's taking time out of their day to either watch this live or to watch the replay. We hope this gives you a better idea of what Arizona has to offer with scholarships. Our school currently does work with 7 states, pending an 8th right now, Arizona, Arkansas, Florida, Utah, Alabama, Tennessee. Who am I missing? And we're working with Texas and West Virginia, of course. All of these states offer a really great scholarship program. They have been an unbelievable help to our families in On Track, not only with education curriculum, but some states offer additional things as well with these scholarships. So we really hope that anybody who lives in any of these states is taking advantage of them or is at least looking to get on board for next school year because the payouts on these are excellent. Tonight, we're going to talk about Arizona, which is, we're a little partial to Arizona because they are an incredible state to work with. They use a third-party vendor called Class Wallet that is great to work with. You can go to their website to get more information than even what we're going to give you tonight. It takes it takes a deeper dive into what all the scholarship covers. The website is azed.gov/ESA. And this will give you everything you need to know about their scholarship, the payouts, timelines, requirements, just about everything. There's a lot of information on this site. We encourage you to really look through it. If you have any questions, you are always more than welcome to reach out to me or really to anybody at On Track. We're happy to help dissect all these scholarships for you as we go. Okay. Arizona is one of the few states that offers year-round enrollment. So if you don't get in the first quarter enrollment, that you can still go for 2, 3, 4. They pay out year round. The amount you do get is determined by when your contract is approved and signed, or when your application is approved and your contract is signed. The funding amount, really, like I said, it's going to depend on the quarter. Funding per student typically runs between $7,000 to $10,000, and what can make you get that higher price point is generally children who are dealing with learning disorders, disabilities, physical disabilities, mental disabilities, all things that require maybe some additional support financially. As I said before, Class Wallet is the official payment platform, and they are wonderful about helping families, wonderful about helping us to help families as well. On Track is an approved ESA private school, which means that we are in their marketplace. You can pay directly through your scholarship on their marketplace platform. And they also allow reimbursements, so it's another bonus. The way their funding is offered is quarter one is open July 1st through July 31st. No, I'm sorry, July 1st through September 30th. The funding is released July 15th through July 31st if you get approved in that first funding release. Quarter two is October 1st through December 31st, funding released October 15th through October 31st. Quarter three is January 1st through March 31st, with the funding released January 15th to January 31st. And the fourth quarter, which of course will be the smallest amount that will be paid out, is April 1st through June 30th, with the funding release April 15th through the April 30th. So you can see where you have a pretty good chunk of time to work with all these quarters. The sooner you get it in is definitely the better on your wallet. Okay, so other important notes are there's no out-of-pocket tuition if your tuition does not exceed the ESA award. So as long as your tuition is within the price that the scholarship pays out, then you are free and clear on tuition for the year, which is amazing. Arizona allows reimbursements for approved out-of-pocket expenses. So while you can go in and pay for your tuition, any other school needs you have, curriculum needs you have, if you do purchase something and put money out of pocket, you do have the ability to apply for a reimbursement, which is nice also. And of course, we will provide you with all necessary paperwork to get that. Teresa is this is her expertise. She's very good at getting you what you need. ESA covers a wide range of things. As I mentioned before, these scholarships, depending on the state, they cover all sorts of things. I do know that Arizona covers technology, so computers, printers. They cover some office supplies, desks, chairs, all sorts of things. So look through that handbook and see how this can benefit your family, in addition to being able to cover your on-track tuition. A huge bonus of Arizona is that students have until 1 year after graduation to use any rollover funding. So if they had $2,000 that rolled over and then another thousand, you kept growing it, and then they graduated, you have a year after they graduate to use that. It can be used on a local state school, any type of schooling, and anything that is approved in the handbook, you are still able to use that funding for a year after. So that's amazing. You do need to sign a what they call an exit contract, so they know that you're going to be using that. But that is definitely a perk. Some important things to remember are, as we mentioned, get this application in as soon as possible. We have families, even this year, which we're so happy they were able to take advantage of it early on, but they missed that first chunk of funding by a day or two. And we hate to see that happen because we know what kids cost. So anything that the state is willing to give, fill that out as soon as you can. Okay, so to give you an idea of what this process will look like, you're going to go on when the window opens, apply online, complete all fields accurately. The best thing you can do is read it over several times. I know sometimes when there's a lot of print, we get lost in the sauce when we're reading it. They do require certain documents to prove proof of residency. Please make sure that all of those documents are uploaded. You are better off uploading more than you need and having them not use them than not enough. Every time a change is made or requested, you are falling into another 30-day, up to 30-day window of them getting back to you. So send in, the more the better. More you can send them is the better. There is a complete list of everything they are looking for on their website. Application review can take up to 30 days. And like I just said, if they have to send it back to you and say you're missing this document, you go through those first potentially 30 days and then an additional 30 days. So try and really look through that application carefully. You will be sent a contract to sign. If everything looks good on your application, there will be a contract to sign in your portal. You will want to get that signed right away. That signed contract is when they timestamp your scholarship to begin. So things get lost in email notifications. Check that portal that you're going to have. Check email, check spam folders. You want to make sure you see that to avoid delays. After you sign that contract, please be sure to withdraw from the previous school you were at. If you're coming from a public or a private school, wherever you're coming from, make sure you send your letter of intent to withdraw. You want to make sure you withdraw because that shifts the money from what the county gets to pay for your child now into the state's, scholarship program. So make sure that is done because without the letter of intent marked that it has been turned in, they will put that scholarship on hold until that is in. So try and get that done as soon as possible. We also want to make sure that when your child does leave the previous school, ask for a copy of the transcripts, any records you have for the child. That will help us at On Track. It'll definitely make Miss Erica's life easier. It'll make your life easier. This helps to know where the child should be placed, if they need support in a certain area. Anything that transcript says is helpful to On Track School. And after you have your approved application, your signed contract, then you will see funding release shortly after. It is a pretty quick process over in Arizona. At certain times of the year when everyone is applying, it's going to be a little bit slower. So that's why I say the sooner the better, and it'll get the ball rolling for you and your family to enjoy the benefits of this scholarship. Yes, another key point is please make sure that you keep copies of the withdrawal letter, your letter of intent, and any records of communication you have back and forth. We have had instances where parents have said something in, the state said they did not get it, it delayed everything. If you can provide proof that this went in and that you did send it, that will be very helpful to both of you, the school, I'm sorry, the previous school and your family in the event that something gets lost or misplaced along the way. So keep a record of all of that. If the state allows it, we do encourage sending an email because then you have proof of it being sent. But even standard mail, just keep a record of anything you can. And I believe that's it for Arizona. They're just a great state to work with. They're very straightforward. They're helpful. They're great to the families, and if we ever have an issue, they are quick to help us work it out. On the screen, you're going to see this is the school contact information. You can reach out with any questions. This is the general information for the school. And now on the screen is my personal contact. Again, I am the school choice coordinator. I work with all the scholarship families across the country, and we are happy to help at any time along the scholarship route. This is our Facebook group. We will share all school choice updates that we have in here, any changes. We try and remind the families of important dates coming up, anything that must be done. We know that you all have a million things going on, busy schedules, running kids around. So we're going to try our best to keep this as updated as possible to remind you throughout the year of changes and updates and time, deadlines and things like that. And I think
Great.
maybe that's it, right?
I think that's it. Well, thank you,
Arizona.
everybody.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, thank you, everyone. And we look forward to hearing from you with any questions that you have. Have a good night.
Have a good night.